I felt for you. Oh, I regret for losing the one who loved me, for who I can't go back to. Walking through all the dust, memories and frame a past we simply let fade. But I don't close the door.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to give you guys another very fantastic, very Bohemian look. As the festival season is about to start and the spring is on its way, so we're gonna be going down to our spring clothing very soon, off shoulders, all that festival looks. So I just went for a bit of a Bohemian look. Bohemian look is one of my favorites, by the way, so I just try to give you my version of the Bohemian style, or what I would like to do it if I'm getting ready as Bohemian style. So hope you guys like this look. If you want to see how to create it, just carry on watching this video, and if you like this video, don't forget to give me the thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you guys next time. Love you all. Mwah.
What I have around me means nothing to me if I can't share it with you.
So hello my lovelies. For this look we're gonna begin with some of my skin hydration stuff. So I'm using Tarte Cosmetics Vitamin C makeup setting primer spray along with Josie Maran's Argon Oil, just giving my face a little bit more of a hydration and to making sure everything goes nice and smoothly. For primer I'm using Touch and Soul primer. This is a no pore primer. This is my current favorite right now. As I mentioned in my last video as well, this is available from Sephora if you are interested to buy it. For my brows I've used my Benefit Cosmetics Pro Contour Brow Pen, and my shade is number 5, and I picked up the darker shade from the pen to do my brows. And to carve my brow bone I'm using my MAC Cosmetics Pro Longwear, and this is in shade number NC40. It's quite a nice shade because it's not too light. It pretty much looks like your own skin shade, which is amazing because sometimes you don't want really harsh brow highlight, you just want more subtle and more blended. So this is a really good product. For my under eye hydration I'm just using my Benefit Cosmetics hydration concealer, and my shade is number 3. And I'm applying that all the areas where I find a little bit dry and I just want a little bit more coverage, or it's really good to cover your dark circles and to cover your pigmentation as well. You don't it's not really peachy shade, it's more of like a light creamy concealer, like a banana shade, but it doesn't sit on your skin, so the product is literally blend into your face, so it makes your face look smooth, not cakey. And for this particular look I'm using my most expensive foundation I ever owned. I think it's Dior Makeup's Backlight Airflash foundation. This is, I think it's retailing for $80 or $90. Believe me, I haven't recently bought it. I had it this for a very long time. Before even this foundation got popular, I had it since then. I was just not using it as often as before, and I try using this foundation for a few different things, but I noticed the best way to apply this foundation is to do it with the brush first and never ever spray on your face, because it will go everywhere. Believe me, it will go on your brows and everywhere, and you want to avoid that. And then blend it with the beauty blender. For my under eye concealing I'm using my MAC Cosmetics Pro Longwear in same shade, and for the brightening I'm going to use Nars Cosmetics concealer in shade Chantilly and Macadamia. So Macadamia is a little bit more darker. That's what I'm applying right now, and I'm applying that all over my T-zone. I'm just going to apply Chantilly just under my eyes, just to brighten up that area. So you will see me applying the Chantilly in a minute, and you will notice the difference between those two shades pretty much right away, because Chantilly is much lighter than macadamia. So as you can see, I have just below the macadamia shade, the more whiter part is the chantilly shade, and that's the only place I put it. It's because I want that area to be more brightened. And I'm just blending everything with my beauty blender. As I mentioned in my intro, this is a very Bohemian look, so I'm not going to do any cream contour. I'm just going to go directly with bronzers and some powder contour, because I really don't want this to be too overpowering. I just wanted it to be more subtle and like a natural glow. For my eye base, for this particular look, I've used the MAC Cosmetics Pro Longwear same concealer, and I just applied it on my eyes as well. To set my under eye area and the T-zone, I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix powder. This is in number C3.5, or if you don't have this number in your country, that would be equivalent to NC40. So that's what I'm applying it all over. I did my concealing, and to set rest of my face, I've used my RCMA no color translucent powder, just on a more fluffier and more bigger brush, and I've just applied that everywhere to set my foundation or before going in with the bronzer. It's always nice to set your foundation with the powder if you know you're going to apply more powder products on top, because once you set it with the translucent powder, it gives you more easy finish to work with more powders on your face. If you apply directly on a cream, the powder will sit and it won't blend as nicely as if you have a powdered base to work with. And to set my under eye base, I'm also using my RCMA no color translucent powder. Same thing, this is my favorite translucent powder right now because it doesn't dry up my face. To do my bronzing, first I'm using my MAC Studio Fix powder in shade NC45. This is kind of gives me a contour at the same time, and because the way the shade is, it's a bit orangey, so it gives me a bit of a bronziness along with the contour. I am going to sharpen my contour a little bit more with using my KKW Wheel Tropical Bronzer. That's actually more of a ashy tone, so it works really well to just sharpen your contour. But to set everything else, I'm just using the NC40. Now I'm just going over with KKW. As I said, it's the Tropical Wheel Bronzer. It's more of an ashy tone, and I'm using that to highlight my jaw and also my nose contour. I'm going to take the RCMA color no color translucent powder on a more defined brush once I finish with my nose contour, to just clean up the side of my nose so everything looks nice and smooth and blended and there are no harsh lines. The last thing you want to see on your face is the too orange or too ashy lines going on your nose and they're not blended properly. Believe me, they don't look nice, they just look weird. And now to add an extra glow on my face, I'm using a Global Glow Skinfinish Mineralize powder from MAC Cosmetics. This is such a good product to just give you that extra glow, like it literally brighten up your face. And for blush, I'm using my Guerlain's Bronzer blush both together, and this is in shade medium. This is my way of going very quick but keeping that glow, not making sure it's not disappearing. I just adding more glow on my face. Now I'm going to bake a little bit and also going to clean up my contour area as well, because sometimes what happens is when you apply the product, it goes where you don't want it. This is a very good technique to just sharpen your contour. And also I like to bake this particular part of my face because I feel like sometimes the foundation comes off very quickly. To form my highlight, I'm using Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter in shade 100, which is Molten Gold. Absolutely amazing drugstore highlighter, absolutely in love with it. One of those products you need in your kit, definitely. And I'm using the same one to highlight my nose and my chin and of course my cheeks and all the high points of my face basically. And I like to use more precise and a smaller brush to do my nose highlight. For the eyes, I'm using ColourPop Cosmetics eyeshadow palette called I Think I Love You. Very beautiful name. I'm picking up the lightest shade, light brown shade from the palette, and I'm applying that on my transition. I'm just making sure most of the color is outer part of my eye, not going too much in the inner corner. And when I start taking the brush towards the inner corner, I always make sure there is no product left on my brush. I'm barely touching the skin. I'm just literally touching the tip of the brush, very light hand, to make sure I don't have the inner corner too dark, because for this kind of look you just want to make sure your inner corner is as open as possible, because that's going to make your eyes look bigger, and that's going to make your the whole look stand out. Now I'm picking the dark brown shade from the same palette, and I'm going to start applying this in my outer V. Again, I'm using the same technique, making sure most of the product is on the outer part of the eye, and as I have whatever left on my brush, I'm just using that to blend it in my crease. For the lid area, I'm going to use oh, by the way, sorry, I forgot to mention, all the brushes I use for my eye look are from Morphe, apart from one brush which is from MAC Cosmetics, which is number 217. But I'm actually a big fan of all the Morphe brushes. I think they're pretty affordable, good quality, and they are pretty good. So if you are in the market for looking for brushes, you don't know which one to go for, sometimes you don't have to spend too much money. You can get the good quality with the same with less money, with less money, but the same quality as buying it the higher brand. I'm using the same dark brown shade to do my lower lash line as well. For remaining part of my lid, I'm using L'Oreal's Infallible eyeshadow. This is in a shade called Time Still Resist. It's a very nice, very pigmented white shade, and I'm applying this all over my lid. And I also make sure I always take one clean blending brush to make sure everything is looking nice and smooth. For my inner corner, I'm picking up the very bright yellow shade from the ColourPop cosmetic, and I apply that in my inner corner. For my mascara, as usual, I'm using my L'Oreal Butterfly Voluminous Mascara. This is my favorite drugstore mascara. It's absolutely amazing. It makes your lashes go from 0 to 1000 in a second. For the lip liner, I'm using MAC Cosmetics lip liner in shade Strip Down. One of my favorites right now, because I don't know, I'm a lot into MACs. I have these lip liners for a very long time, but I'm finding it the really good liquid lipsticks to go with them. Those combos are working really well for me. Well, I personally think so anyway. And I'm just lining my lips, and I'm also going to use the same liner to fill my lips a little bit as well, to give a base, because the liquid lipstick I'm going to apply is from KKW Beauty, and this is in shade KIKI. It's a very nice peachy pinkishy shade. The only downside I don't like about the KKW glosses are the inconsistency in the shades. Some shades are super pigmented. You only need to apply one coat and you will see like it's perfect. In some shades you have to apply a few coats and still it looks a bit patchy. That's the only downside, but otherwise the shade selection is pretty good. To give my lips a bit of a pop, I'm using Zoe Cosmetics Topper in shade Skinny Dip. No, this is not Skinny Dip. This is something Frost. I'll put the exact shade in the description box below. For my waterline, I'm using NYX Cosmetics eye pencil in shade Black's Black. And to set my brows, I'm using Benefit brow gel. And to set my whole face, I'm going to use my NYX Cosmetics Dewy Skinfinish makeup setting spray, and voila, this is whole look. I'm just going to let the mist set for a bit, and I always like to go back with the highlighter to give an extra pop. So hope you guys like this look. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. All the products will be mentioned in the description box. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Love you all, take care, have a good day. Mwah.
I felt for you. Oh, I regret for losing the one who loved me.